Hello, jammies today because it's cold and I just got changed. So yeah, I have just got in from work again, but yeah, slightly different angle. I've propped. I actually looked for my tripod and it's not, and I couldn't find. It's probably in there somewhere, but it's probably deeper down than I'm willing to go right now. So I've put us on a couple of boxes today. But yeah, they're like buses. You wait ages for boxes to come along, and you get two in a row. Although technically the yesterday's one should have been the day before. But yeah, we got another box. No idea which one this is. A couple are like, oh, we're ready to start sending and we're gonna do this and that. But I wasn't expecting any of them just yet. But the return address is GameQuest. Hello. You know, one of these days, I will have a proper introduction. I'll be like, "Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome to this channel." Or, if you've been here for a while, thank you. If you're new, I hope you enjoy it. You know, something like that. But it never comes out. It's got some weight to it, so it could be. Well, I mean, it could be some kind of game, or possibly cards. There's a chance it could be some form of cards. But I know what you're thinking. This is really big for playing cards. I didn't say playing cards. Alrighty. And there it is, trusty rainbow knife. And what's today's packaging? Ooh, it's a squishy. It's a squishy bubble things, and yes, okay, that is nice. We got the invoice thingy. That can go over there. When I said cards, but not playing cards. Okay. Endless inspiration. Generate awesome stories for your role-playing games with Oracle Story Generator. Simply draw 5 cards to form a sentence prompt consisting of an actor, action, subject, intent, and development for a new story idea every time. This box contains 5 uniquely themed 60 card decks, including contracts and bounties, epic adventures, political intrigue, relics and artifacts, simple side quests, each with over 250 million combinations. So yeah, this is a card story generator. Now, obviously, it implies that it's to use with RPG. This is from Nord Games LLC. Join the adventure. And that's them. But honestly, I saw it as a way of maybe inspiring just regular writing. Sorry, I realised I'm leaning over there. I'm putting myself out of focus. Like just regular writing. Yeah, just writing a story, which is not something I do very often. It's something that occasionally you get the tickle at the back of your head. That's an interesting how to do that. But I saw this. I'm not saying I couldn't use it in RPGs if I was to play one, but I don't tend to play TTRPGs very often, despite having a couple. So, instructions and pre-generated stories, of which there is a lot, and it is mostly text. So you got your basic instructions, storyteller's guide, learn your scales, adventure hook, non-playable characters, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. So there's some interesting stuff about, you could learn to write, I think you could probably learn to write an adventure story with this. Like, you have an interesting... Eyes of the Ooze. A foreigner appalled will hire you to neutralize essence or neutralize an ooze as part of a ritual, but the subject is protected by magic. Further to the realm, a journalist named Alexandria Novak has had quite enough of the city he finds himself in. He wants to make his way home, but he's too nervous to do so because the methods to travel are dangerous. He is hiring adventurers to harvest some ritual regents, one of which is a vial of psychic grey ooze These creatures have psionic powers, including the ability to teleport, and are hard to capture. Not to mention that killing them causes rapid dissolution, and thus their essence must be extracted while alive. Alexandria knows that the stewards of the city he's visiting are riddled with oozes, which is part of the reason he wants to leave so badly. And so there's your sort of basic premise. And then they kind of give you a story structured around that. So you got your hooks, and your NPCs, and yeah. So, I will happily admit, it's probably on me, that I didn't really think that it was like for necessarily RPGing specifically. But like I said, the idea of like, oh, look, all these prompts, oh, we can write a story with this, and which is essentially what Vox Machina is. I don't actually watch Critical Role themselves, but my friend was like, I was like, well, everyone's talking about this Vox Machina show, and he's like, oh yeah, it's I was like, is it like they filmed their adventures and said basically? So the idea is already there. The idea is kind of has happened. Not boxed, which I don't know if that was like supposed to be. Like if you'd bought an individual deck, it probably would have come in its own slipcase. These aren't. It's a very pretty box, and then you've got this plastic mold, which is that. So I suppose in theory, not that you necessarily want to, but you could pop the plastic out, and then maybe if they did like a generation 2 or something. If Nord decided to do another set of these, I probably would buy them, and then you could condense them down to one box. You can get quite a lot in there. So I'm just measuring it out. I'd show you, but it's kind of awkward. I can show you this though, that they will get 2 in a row. So I'm not going to open all of these. So so pick a number between 1 and 5, but I know I've got some okay, we're going to disregard the 6 obviously, because there isn't 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 2. There we go. I've randomly selected contracts and bounties, and we will have a quick flick through here, see what we get. Dum, dum, dum. As you can see, there's a lot of cards in an individual pack. Sorry, the works are still going on. They're going to be ongoing for a while, which is good actually. They're redoing our front door. So it's there. I can see it. It's right there, but can't figure out which direction it's going in. Quiet for 2 minutes. Okay. Where's my knife gone? Where's my knife? My handy dandy rainbow knife. Dun, dun, dun. Don't you hate it when it's got, it's got the pull tab, you can see it's got the pull tab, but you can't grab the pull tab? So how you been anyway? It's cold. Are you cold? Are you keeping warm? Are you keeping well? I can see it. I hope you're keeping well. If you're in the UK and you're watching this before 10 o'clock and it's your area, voting is happening today in certain regions. It's not the general obviously, but there is local elections happening. So if you're a UK person, or I mean, I know there are local elections happening in the UK, or if there happen to be elections soon where you are, then don't forget to go out and do your duties. I'm not telling you who to vote for or how to vote. I'm just saying, if you have the opportunity and option to, if it's your time, then go ahead. Alright, so we've got a leader, I think. So you've got the pink ones. Okay. So yeah, you've got a set of cards here which are the actor, which is randomly a faction. Factions can range from merchant guilds to pirate fleets, from cobblers alliances to military units. They are groups of individuals bound together by common goal or morals. And then we have actions, which will do that random one. Will hire you to enslave. The actor desires the subject as a slave or servant. They might want them for a specific task or to serve them for the rest of their lifetime. Next we have subject, which again is quite pretty. I'm assuming each one will have its own kind of themed artwork. Next we have an undead. This is going to be quite the story. Once living creatures brought to a horrifying state of undeath through the practice of necromantic magic or some unholy curse, unintelligent undead might act on behalf of a master. Intent. Go with that one. Driven by their emotions. The actor has issued the contract or bounty due to an emotional response to something that moved them. There's also, okay, there are like instructions of how to do it better. So there's like these numbers down here, which have got different effects. And lastly, go with that one. So we got development. But the subject is falsely accused. Interesting story. So we've completely randomly chosen 5 cards, 1 from each of the topic groupings, and the last one are whatever the subject did to earn the bounty on their head, normally related to their intent. It was not actually them. The transgression has been pinned on them. So a faction will hire you to enslave an undead driven by their emotions, but they were falsely accused. And yeah, that, when you put it like that, you can see how that could be manifested into a story. I'm not saying I'm necessarily going to write or play the story, but you can see how it would work. And then you get, so this one is like different types of faction. I think there's like suggestions. Yeah, like, oh, we could do this. So you could roll it up. So you could roll it up and say you got a 2, which is a craft guild, 4, which is through adventure. 3 would be a ghost, which would be fun. 4 is revulsion, and then go back to 2, rival. So yeah, you got a whole way. So yeah, I'm not saying I'm a good writer. If I was a good writer, I'd already be writing. But yeah, for my intent to, because I originally saw it as a I could write stories. It's interesting for the intent of especially this is multiple combinations. If you just did one, if you were to shuffle the whole deck together, you'd have, like they said, over 250 million options. So yeah, WTC, WOTC, yes, Whatka. There are other options, there are other ways, and honestly, this is fun. I can see hours of fun doing this, going through these cards. Like I said, I'm not gonna go through all 5 of them because there's a lot. There's a lot. We'd be here all day. But just to give you the idea, like I said, you've got 5 5 different themes, and this is just the one deck. This is the one deck. Which pans out really nicely. So yeah, lots of options, very nice artwork, and arrived in a timely manner. So I like that. I like that a lot. Cool. I like that. This is fun. So yeah, the Oracle Story Generator by Nord Games LLC. What do you think? Is this the sort of thing are you a gamer? Is this the sort of thing that you would do? Let me know. Please share. And if you have thoughts on current gaming news and developments, then also be polite. But thoughts and discussions are welcome. But yeah, such a pretty box. Such a pretty box. No idea where I'm gonna put this one. I do have, like I said before, I've got a couple of RPG games. So they could go there. It's more the fact of like it needs reorganizing, and I've got a mind to do that in a couple of weeks. When I'm off work and he's away. So but it's like how much can I get done in that time? But yeah, this is what we've got, and for the curious, this is the rest of the box. So quite simple, elegant design, but I like it. I'm happy with that. I'm happy. This is me happy. So yeah, thanks for watching if you have been. I don't think I messed up explaining that one. Like the one from yesterday. Feel free to have a look if you haven't already. I think it was like, so this is the thing where you do a thing and then other things happen and you squeeze this. And this, I think, hopefully I explain it a little bit more. As always, I will put the details for you to look up and see if it's something you're interested in. Look out for yourself and buy it. Otherwise, I think that is pretty much all I've got to say. I do have a Patreon. I don't talk about it a lot, but I do have a Patreon. The details are in my link tree down below. So feel free to check that out. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe are always nice. Comment. I always say hi back. But yeah, it's getting noisy. I'm getting hungry. My tea's getting cold. So I'm going to say thanks for watching if you have been. I've been Michelle. You've been listening. I will see you next time. Bye!